You did everything they promised would make life make sense. You learned the rules. You followed them. You timed your words, trimmed your impulses, and sanded down the edges that made you difficult to place. On paper, you're exactly what the world says it wants. And yet, when the noise dies, something in you refuses to be quiet. It's not failure. It's not laziness. It's not a lack of discipline. It's a signal. A low, steady alarm inside your chest that says, this isn't it. The role you rehearse. For years you've rehearsed a part. Reliable. Pleasant. Competent. You've learned how to walk into a room and become the version of yourself that makes everyone comfortable. But there's a cost to constantly shrinking your inner world into other people's expectations. The cost is that you forget what your voice sounds like when you don't need approval to speak. Psychologists have a word for the public face, persona. It's useful, up to a point. It lets a complex, stormy human being function in a crowded world. But masks harden. And if you wear one long enough, you wake up one day unsure whether you're holding it or it's holding you. When the game looks right but feels wrong. Maybe you know this feeling. Your achievements stack up like neat folders, promotion, praise, the right circle, the right words, yet the folder labeled you is strangely empty. You've mastered the external game. But meaning isn't a trophy you can place on a shelf. Meaning is the way your actions braid together with your values when no one is watching. Here's the paradox no one warned you about. You can do everything right and still starve the parts of you that make life worth living. You can perfect the performance while misplacing the performer. The theater of the self. Think of your life like a theater. Front stage is what the audience sees, your resume, your tone, your cultivated calm. Backstage is messy. It's where the unedited lines live, anger, hunger, curiosity, odd ideas that don't fit in polite conversation. Most people try to bolt the backstage door. But the play goes flat when the backstage is silenced. The energy, the color, the truth, those live behind the curtain. When you deny what thrums behind the curtain, it doesn't disappear. It sinks. The ignored parts of you gather in the basement and become what Jung called the shadow, not evil, not a monster, but an exile. An exiled truth grows teeth. Ignore it long enough and it returns, not as choice, but as compulsion. The debt of the shadow. You've seen this story. The agreeable coworker who quietly resents everyone until he detonates his own life. The perfect partner who never says no, until a secret life bursts the dam. The model citizen who seems fine, then vanishes into a bottle, a binge, a burnout no one saw coming. These aren't random collapses. They are the shadow calling its debt. Obedience gets applause. But applause cannot tell you who you are. Approval can teach you to sit, to stay, to smile on command. It cannot teach you to live. If any part of this aches with recognition, that is good news disguised as discomfort. It means the deeper self hasn't given up. The alarm still works. The question that starts it all. So what now? If the persona is too small and the shadow too loud, how do you become someone you respect when the room is empty? There is a word, gentle and misleading, individuation. It sounds like a workshop, a weekend retreat, a self-improvement bullet point. It isn't. Individuation is rebellion at the most intimate scale. It is the decision to become whole even if it makes you less convenient. It is the choice to weave your backstage into your front stage so the play finally has a heartbeat. This path is not safe. Safety is what made you small. This path is honest. And honesty is the most dangerous medicine in the world. The audit of exchange. Ask one ruthless question. Where, exactly, do I trade truth for applause? Name the exchanges. Be specific. I laugh at jokes I don't find funny. I say yes when I mean no. I call my ambition greed to keep other people comfortable. I call my anger immaturity to keep myself comfortable. Write them down. You can't correct what you refuse to witness. The fatigue of false living. Study your fatigue. Not the kind a nap fixes. The ache that lives under good sleep and clean lab results. That fatigue often points at the exact door you won't open. The project you keep postponing. The conversation you won't have. The boundary you won't draw because you're afraid of losing people who only love your mask. Fatigue is not always an energy problem. Often, it's a permission problem. The unlived life. Now we go deeper, past productivity, past morning routines, past hacks. We enter the room where your unlived life sits waiting. You will recognize it by the quiet electricity it carries, the ideas that frighten and attract you in equal measure. The books you hide. The crafts you tell yourself are impractical. The parts of your history you keep in a sealed box because they don't match the brand you present. Open the box. Sort its contents like artifacts from an ancient city that happens to be you. Your artness is not a liability. Your artness is the trailhead. The traits that made you hard to place as a child, intensity, curiosity, stubbornness, sensitivity, are often the exact materials required to build a life that actually fits. But they must be trained, not tamed. A tamed trait is a performance. A trained trait is a power. Reclaiming anger and desire. Training begins with clean anger. Not the flailing, punishing kind. The clear, precise signal that says, this is the line. You don't need to broadcast it. You need to hear it. Anger, when it is honest, is a compass pointing toward what you value. Follow it back to your boundary. Then, reclaim desire. Desire is not a moral failure. Desire is how the future taps the present on the shoulder and says, come here. Make a list of what you actually want, work that costs you something and yields pride, relationships that feel like mutual devotion not mutual performance, a body that moves because joy asked it to, not shame. If the list embarrasses you, you're getting warm. Practicing truth. Now we practice the smallest dangerous act, telling the truth in place of the script. Start where the stakes are low. I don't like that. I need time to think. I'm not available. Let your mouth carry what your body already knows. It will shake at first. That's okay. Shaking is the nervous system learning a new rhythm. Building the 4 anchors. To make this real, build 4 anchors. Not hacks. Anchors. Anchor 1, a daily appointment with yourself. 15 minutes. Pen, paper, door closed. Write the plainest sentences you can. What did I betray today? Where did I tell the truth? What did I avoid, and why? What did I do that made me quietly proud? Anchor 2, a weekly conversation with reality. Pick one person who values truth over comfort. Share something real. Not dramatic, real. Let them challenge you. If you don't have this person yet, make it a goal to become that person for someone else. Anchor 3, a boundary you can measure. Choose one clear no and keep it for 30 days. No work after a set hour. No explaining yourself when you decline. No saying we when you mean a hi. Keep the line. Watch your energy return. Anchor 4, a non-negotiable craft. Something you do for the making, not the metrics. Writing, woodwork, gardening, design, code, music, anything that converts attention into form. Craft teaches you to live by standards you respect, not trends you chase. It returns power to your hands. Choosing courage. This is the practical spine. But something else must grow around it, courage. And courage doesn't feel like a battle cry. Courage often feels like a clean, unglamorous sentence. I will disappoint the right people to become the right person. As you practice, a strange thing happens. The people who preferred your mask drift. It will hurt. But the hurt is a sign of alignment, not failure. You're trading counterfeit connection for the real kind, the kind that requires 2 actual humans, not 2 performances negotiating terms. Real work and real power. Your work will change too. Perhaps not the job title, at least not immediately, but the manner of your work. When you stop outsourcing your worth to outcomes, you bring your standards to the table. You ask better questions. You tell the truth earlier. You stop hoarding your gift in the name of politeness. Real competence emerges when you stop using competence as camouflage. The precision of danger. Let's address the fear directly. Won't honesty make me dangerous? Yes. But not in the way you think. Dangerous like a surgeon's scalpel, precise, purposeful, capable of cutting away what doesn't belong so what does belong can heal. This is not chaos. This is clarity. And clarity reorders your entire map. Niceness versus goodness. You will notice how often the world confuses niceness with goodness. Niceness prioritizes smooth surfaces. Goodness prioritizes true forms. Niceness asks, how do I keep the peace? Goodness asks, what would serve the soul of this situation, including mine? Sometimes the answer will look like softness. Sometimes it will look like a clean no. Both are love when they protect what is real. The room of grief. There's one more room we have to open, the room of grief. Grief is the guard dog of every locked door in your life. You will grieve the years you spent performing. You will grieve the friendships that were actually contracts. You will grieve the roads you didn't take because the herd was moving the other way. Let it come. Grief is not the opposite of growth. Grief is how the past leaves the body so the future has somewhere to live. Quiet authority. On the other side of grief is quiet authority. Not volume. Not status. Authority as in authorship, the sense that you are writing your pages now. That doesn't mean every day is fireworks. It means the days rhyme. It means fatigue becomes a signal again, not your native climate. It means when you say yes, your whole life can hear you. People will ask what changed. They'll expect a technique. There isn't one. There's only a sequence of honest moments, repeated until the truth becomes your resting pulse. A simple blueprint. If you need a simple blueprint, take this with you. Name the mask. Give it a job title. The pleaser. The professional. The chameleon. Thank it for what it protected. Retire it from management. It can consult, it cannot run the company. Welcome the shadow. Write the list of traits you've disowned. Ask each one, what are you trying to protect? What do you want for me? Integrate their energy, refuse their chaos. Practice micro-truths. One sentence of honesty a day, aimed where you usually perform. Let your voice learn itself. Build real standards. Choose 3 virtues you respect: courage, craftsmanship, fidelity, curiosity, and measure your days by them, not by numbers or noise. Choose the hard yes. Pick one pursuit that scares you for the right reasons. Commit to a visible milestone in 90 days. Bring your whole self to it, awkward, imperfect, alive. The warning and the promise. The warning. As you become whole, you will feel less certain, not more. Certainty was the gift the mask gave you, false but comforting. Wholeness gives you something better than certainty, orientation. A living compass, not a laminated map. The promise. If you keep going, your life will begin to feel like a conversation between the person you are and the person you are becoming. Not a performance for an audience you can't please. You will still work hard. You will still be kind. But effort and kindness will no longer be currency you pay to stay in rooms that shrink you. They will be expressions of a self that is not for sale. The dangerous cure. One day, without ceremony, you will notice that the mirror has stopped arguing with you. You'll see the same face, lines, history, humor, but the eyes will have changed. Not brighter. True. The stage and the backstage will share a single breath. And the world? The world may not clap as loudly. But it will finally meet someone real. And reality, yours, will be enough. This is the dangerous cure. Stop acting like the person who deserves your life, and be the person who authorizes it. Trade applause for alignment. Trade certainty for honesty. Trade safety for soul. Start small. Start today. Say one true sentence that costs you something. Draw one line. Do one act of craft that reminds your hands what they're for. Then wake up tomorrow and do it again. Not to become impressive. To become whole. You do not need permission to be real. You only need practice.